Hello, good day and welcome to today's Vlogmas. My name is Ijeoma Ofomado and this is a Thrive Live Vlogmas where I basically take you through some quick tips, actionable steps that you can take to become more powerfully productive so you can move your life more in the direction of your dreams and be all that God has called you to be. And today, on today's Vlogmas, I am just going to tell you quickly how to make time for the things that you want to do using your planner. When I talk about planner, a planner does not have to be one sophisticated device that you buy. It can be digital, it can be a notebook. Basically, a planner is where you make plans. So don't think about the wonderful books you have see online and all that. As much as they are great, the important thing about a planner is that it should be functional, it should work for you. So if a notebook is what works for you, that's fine. But if you're aesthetic and you want, a beautiful design planner, that's fine. Just go for what works for you. But most importantly, how can you make time for the things that you need to do, using a planner? The very simple way to make time for the things you need to do using a planner is to actually get a schedule in your planner and to size your task. Now, this is what I mean. When you get into the week, look at the things that you need to do for the week and assign a particular amount of time to each of them. Feel free to exaggerate a little bit, just in case you find out that something takes longer than it's supposed to take. You're not lost, you're not stranded. So, for example, let's say that there are 10 things that you need to do for the week. What you need to do is to allocate time for them. And usually I would say, make sure that the time is 15, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. If something is more than 2 hours, try to break it further down. Because I say that because we get into making time on your planner. Ideally, a focus block should not be more than 2 hours. So it means that if something is 2 hours, you're able to do it within that 2 hours. If something is more than 2 hours, you might struggle to finish. And the thing about it, that it will not be nice that you come out of something and you don't feel a sort of accomplishment. I'm not saying that you will always finish the work within that time. However, it's a good thing to work towards. So try not to make the things that you want to do for a task, a task for a goal or a task by itself more than 2 hours. So just list it out, and size them, put the sizes, and then get on your planner, and look at your planner. The first thing you're going to do, get on your day, write out your hours, when do you wake up, write the time that you wake up. Let's say you wake up by 6 o'clock, for example. And this is me now already telling you now that one of the ways to already first make time for yourself is to learn to wake up early. Now, I know that you might say, oh, I'm a night person and the rest, but the benefit of waking up early far outweighs any claims you want to make as a night owl. Really. I know it sounds like a nice title and everything, but it's actually not going to help you. Especially if, in fact, it's really not going to help you. That's the truth. It's better that you go to bed early and wake up very early in the morning. And because a lot of time, what night owls like is that quietness. We can also cultivate that in the morning, and that has the double benefit of giving you a great head start for the day. So instead of staying up late for that late night quiet time, sleep early and move the quiet time to the morning. Okay, so now let's say you wake up by 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Write down all the things that you usually would do in your day as a routine that are non-negotiable. So, your prayer, maybe exercise, maybe, what the things that are for you need to do, taking care of your family, getting the kids ready for school, all those things. Write them out, and write down the time that it takes for you to do them, ideally. Now, it's possible that you don't even know how long that takes. So you get into an experiment mode. You can write, okay, taking care of getting my kids ready for school, it takes me 1 hour. You write it down. But then when you start being more intentional with that, you can now ask yourself, okay, is it possible that I can actually do this thing on that 30 minutes? By maybe even telling one of the kids to take over something, teach them how to do something, and they can take over something. That way your time is more saved. You understand? When you create those plans, you already look out for ways that you can start experimenting to make things more efficient for you. But first of all, write them out. After you write out those things that are non-negotiable in your plan, this includes also, if you have a 9 to 5, you write down 9 to 5, when your work starts, when your work ends, and all those things, travel time and everything. When you write, you look at the rest of the planner and see those empty spaces that don't have anything attached to it. Those are the times that you can harvest to do the work you need to do. Now, let's take this on a week level. You have about 164 hours a week. When you have those weeks, a number of hours, the first thing you should do is, how many hours do I ideally sleep in a day? Now, I always tell people to always take out 24 hours entirely from the 168 hours. So, because that is for Sunday, so just take it out. Let it be for family, let it be for rest and all that. So we're dealing with 6 days. In those 6 days, how many hours do you sleep ideally in a day? So let's say that you sleep 6 hours. So 6 hours times 6 days is 36. You take out 36 hours from the remaining number of hours. The next thing you go for your work hours. You know, how many hours you work. Of course, you'll be working ideally Monday to Friday. Let me just say, of course, ideally. When you work Saturday, just calculate number of hours and, you know, put it in. Also put in the other things like your personal routine times, your prayer time, times to attend to family. Calculate those number of hours, and we have a very fantastic book that help you do that. It's called the Reclaim Your Time. It's going to be linked in the caption. You know, try and get that and just go through the process in that book and work out your time. Now, what you're going to do when you do that, you find out that you have pockets of time that you can use to actually achieve your goal. But the reason you have not been seeing those pockets of time is because that is the time when you need to use the word mindlessly, you know, pick up your phone to scroll through social media, and then you're like, just quickly want to take a picture, and before you know what's up, you've spent 30 minutes on social media. You know, you're watching YouTube, you spend 1 hour on YouTube, or you're watching movies or something. Those times, you know, those times have been existing, but they've been eaten up by these things. But now that you're seeing those times, you're now quickly seeing the time that you can actually convert to actually achieve the things that you want to do. So that's how to make time to achieve everything. First of all, they have to be things that are meaningful to you. Everything that you really want to do, you know, in order of a priority. So it's going to help you achieve the things that you need to do, you know. So just go ahead and download the book. It's really going to help you. And when you make out those times, you see those time slots. Now what you now need to do is to start to, you can now rearrange your plan in such a way that you have longer times. Download the book, you know, and it's going to explain to you all that you need. Then you're going to be able to create the time that you need to really achieve the things that you want to do. So just get the book. It's really, really going to be helpful. The reason is that Vlogmas is just 5 minutes, and I don't want to go beyond 5 minutes, so that book will be helpful. All right, I trust this helps. Take care and bye.